I go like this with my papers, it makes me feel more important. Let's talk about some Black Friday deals. Some of these deals are changing moment by moment, but I wanted to share a video, accomplish 3 things in it, talk about a couple of good current Black Friday deals. These are some of the best I've seen in years as far as discounts to cameras and lenses go. We always want them to be better. We always hope that camera that we're dreaming about is going to be 50% off, but you know what? That doesn't happen ever. But we do have some fantastic deals. I also want to just say thank you. Each year around this time, I'm feeling very thankful. Honestly, I'm feeling thankful every single day that you all make it possible to do what I do full time. This is how I make a living, talking to you all, traveling the world, teaching photography to you all over the world. It's pretty special and it's pretty nice. And I just wanted to put out there, I'll follow this up with another video soon, but we are, of course, getting close to the end of the year, and that means it's time for the Photorec.tv viewer slideshow. You get to share one of your very favorite pictures that you took this past year with the whole world through my channel. And so there's no catch or cost or anything like that associated with it. But there are some guidelines you have to follow. I'll be talking about those in just a minute. But first, let's talk about a couple of those Black Friday deals that have caught my eye so far. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. What has caught your eye, or what do you are still hoping to see? Some of these early deals, as I said in the opening, have been quite good. I got the stack of papers here that makes me feel important. I said that already. First up, the Sony A9 being discounted currently, right this moment, for $1,005. That's the discount. So it comes in at about $3,400. When I reviewed that camera, I was quite blown away. Sony pushed the envelope. It's more than pushed the envelope. They just busted right on through that envelope and made a camera that is really, really impressive. 20 frames per second with no blackout, an autofocus system that keeps up with 20 frames per second, and a quality, an image quality that is just fantastic. And with that price point, right around $3,400, I mean, that just blows away what you have from Canon and Nikon. Now, there are certainly some benefits to Canon and Nikon, a bigger lens selection being really just about it these days. But with the 100-400 and that new 400 prime, those are fantastic lenses for the Sony system. You can certainly adapt other lenses, but you really start to lose a lot of the benefit of the A9 when you do that. But again, that A9 price is absolutely fantastic. If it's a camera that you've had your eye on for a while, well, it's not going to be a better price anytime soon, that's for sure. We also have the deals on the A7R III. I have that sitting right here. That's my camera of choice. This is what I usually use for photography. If I'm not reviewing some other piece of gear, I'm really, really happy with it. It's not a perfect camera, but man, between 42 megapixels, a decent autofocus system, and you might hear them thumping around from time to time. My family's visiting, which includes my adorable little niece. That IAF just works so very well, even with third-party lenses like the Tamron 28-75. And you know, just following her around at the park the other day, I just hang the camera down at her eye level, mash that IAF button, and it just locks on, and I know I'm getting those shots. So those prices are good. And you know what? I'm kind of running through all of this, and as I said, it's changing from time to time. The good news is I won't be back with a bunch of new videos about all of these different changes. That's just, I want to spend some time with my family. But I am keeping the page, photorec.tv/BF2018. Those deals will be linked right there. And B&H is my choice for all of this stuff, not only because they have great prices, but they're throwing in all of these additional accessories that are fantastic as well. SD card, battery, spare battery, battery charger in many cases, and in some cases the Canon stuff that we'll get to in just a second, throwing in 4 and 5 terabyte hard drives for free along with the deal. Now, this is how it works. The manufacturers, if you're an authorized seller, there's a certain minimum price that you can't go below. So these manufacturers have authorized these prices. But to sweeten the deal, B&H throws in this other stuff, which makes it even more attractive. So we'll have links to those Sony deals right down below. The 100 to 400, which I mentioned a second ago, no real discount on that, but we do have some discounts on other Sony lenses, and I'll link those down below as well. Now Canon, we have some of the lowest prices we've ever seen there, the 5D Mark III, and today, ends at midnight tonight. See, I hope to get this video out, but again, we have activities planned this afternoon. You can get the 5D Mark III with that Pixma Pro wireless printer. That is a professional level printer capable of up to 13 by 19 inches. Beautiful prints, and with an instant rebate and manufacturing rebate, you're talking about, again, over $1,000 off. You can always sell that printer, but to be honest with you, a lot of people do that. So they're on the market, they sell for pretty cheap on eBay. But again, if you're thinking or need a nice quality printer, it is a fantastic deal. So that Canon 5D Mark III is on sale, the Canon 6D Mark II. Now, if you've watched this channel a while, you remember that I wasn't super positive about the 6D Mark II. Most of that came because of its value. When I'm recommending cameras to you all, I'm looking for the best value. What do you get the most bang for your buck? How will you use it? And when it came in at, what, $19.99, that value of the 6D Mark II, when you looked around at competitors, it just wasn't there. But now through these special deals we're talking about, $13.99, $14.99, that is a pretty significant savings. It leaves you room to add a nice prime lens or something else. And it certainly becomes a much more attractive camera at those prices. So if you were able to wait, if you didn't buy right away, this is your benefit. You get to save. And again, I expect we'll see prices similar to this over the next couple of days, and then they're going to come back up. But some of these are now being offered at the lowest price that they've ever been offered. And again, these are some of the best deals I've seen in the last couple of years. The Panasonic GH5, my camera of choice for video when I'm vlogging, because it's just so easy, so high quality. That dual image stabilization, even though I've got this little prime lens on here, I can hand hold this, have nice stabilized footage. Honestly, it's a little bit overkill for that. You could go with something like the G85, but the GH5 is at its lowest price ever, right around $1,500. And that is a fantastic buy if you've been thinking or waiting on that. This is a great camera. Now, we do have some rumors of that Sony a7000, that crop sensor that should be coming soon. Be really curious to see how that compares. But again, $1,500 for this GH5 right now, plus again at B&H, additional goodies. It's a pretty great deal. All of these links will be right down below. On the Olympus side, we've got $100 to $200 off almost all of the models. I got asked recently about the EM10 versus the Mark II versus the Mark III. Very little difference between the two of them. I think many of you are better off buying the Mark II. You save a little bit of money, but right now, not a whole lot. So it depends on whether 4K video is important to you or not. But their flagship model, the EM1 Mark II, is currently discounted and one of its lowest prices ever, and is also a solid deal if you were looking. Now, I always mean to kind of get together a video towards the end of the year that talks about my very favorite cameras, and it seems like so many other people do just as good a job that I never quite get around to it, but I hope to this year. If you're looking for travel-friendly systems, that Micro Four Thirds system is fantastic. I mean, I love my full-frame Sony, but as soon as you start to throw on lenses, it becomes a heavier beast, unless you throw on the 85. And, then you're limited, but that is a fantastic walk-around lens. But if you want to have several different lenses, including a pretty serious telephoto lens, a Micro Four Thirds system like the GH5 or the GH9, or the Olympus OMD, that's really going to keep your kit down and still give you excellent results. These smaller sensors are very good these days, and so if you're looking to travel very light, a system like that works really well. And then of course there's the Sony a6000 series, 6300, 6500, and maybe the 7000 coming. Those are great too. As much as I love the Sonys, I struggle a little bit more to recommend those because they just aren't very user-friendly to beginners. They take a little bit more work. I feel like they're a little bit more of a black box, like what does this dial do? What does this button do? So keep that in mind. But again, if you're on the fence, leave a comment right down below with what you like to shoot, how you like to shoot, and if you need some recommendations, I can do that for you. On the Fuji side, we have some deep discounts as well. No, not on the Fuji X-T3, which just came out and is a fantastic camera, but on the X-T2, we have a fantastic discount. And what I love about the X-T2 systems, the X-T systems, and the Fuji in general, is that kind of retro design and feel. If that appeals to you, these are beautiful cameras in hand, and it's kind of the exact opposite of what the Sony a6000 series is like. It's not a black box. Every dial is so nicely labeled. You can set it up exactly the way you want, and it works really, really well. And this is what I love. The Fuji system, their kit lenses are just fantastic. So for so many years, you may have heard, don't buy the kit lens, it's crap. And you know, these days most kit lenses are decent, but the Fujis are fantastic. You pick up the body and the kit lens and you're set. You know, it's always nice to have a prime lens, I personally think. I've got a video that has reasons why you should have a prime lens. I'll link that down below too, but in general, it's great. Lens-wise, I want to talk briefly about Sigma. We've got deals of a couple of $100 off some of their fantastic lenses. And of course, now I'm very happy because we have FE mount versions. I recently tested their 14 to 24 in a FE mount and their 14, and they're very, very good if you don't mind carrying around that extra weight. The 35, the 50, the 85, and the 105 and the 135. They're all awesome lenses, and that 135, whatever system you're going to put it on, is just an amazingly beautiful lens for portraits, and that has a serious discount right now. This is a great time to pick up these lenses. And then sitting here, changing gears a little bit, you know, I've been on the search for a lighter weight system. My travel laptop is a 15-inch late 2013 MacBook Pro. And you know what? We can talk about the value of Macs. I think when I bought this, they were decent, but still, you know, you have to work a little bit to really justify the value. But the fact that this is still my travel laptop, handles my RAW files, handles 4K video editing just fine. No, I don't love to spend a lot of time with it, but it works. But it is heavy. The weight of this plus the weight of its adapter and power charger, it really starts to add up. And I've been looking around for something lighter. And I've been testing for the last couple of months, actually, this Huawei MateBook Pro X. This is what I love about it. This is a 13.9-inch laptop. It's got a touch screen. It has a i7 processor in here, the 8th generation, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it is on sale for $150 off right now, which brings the price down to about $13.50. This is a lot of computer, a lot of power packed in here for that price. We've got USB-C for power and ports, and, hold on though, well, let me show you first. We got a headphone jack, and we've got a standard sized USB jack on the other side. I really like that and appreciate it. One of the things that, being mostly an Apple user, I'm pretty picky about my trackpads. And the MacBook trackpad is just fantastic. I go and use my son's, I think he's got an Acer trackpad. Oh, it's just terrible to use. This MateBook is the closest I've ever had to an Apple-like trackpad. Feels great, it's responsive, it's large, it is fantastic. So I'm really, and it's a touch screen as well. So if you don't want to use the trackpad, you can use the touch screen. And it weighs in at something about 3 pounds. Really, really happy with it. Been using it in Lightroom, been using it in Premiere, and it edits those 4K files just fine, and a really nice machine that I've been happy with. We've also got a fingerprint reader along the power strip. Great battery life, but of course you can plug it into a USB battery and charge it for a while. The only thing that I have to say negative about it is, and this might apply to you and might not, to have this almost bezel-less design for the screen, the camera's been placed down here under a key. It is an awkward view. You know, when we teach people to take portraits, we say never shoot up their nose. Well, that's kind of what this camera does. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not the greatest view. So if you're a frequent Skype user, well, maybe pause on this. But otherwise, if you're looking for a lightweight Windows machine laptop, this Huawei MateBook Pro X, I'll link it right down below, has really impressed me and I've been very happy with. And through Cyber Monday, it will be $150 off. That's a significant savings off a very nice machine. We also have, well, you know what? We had the great drone deal the other day, but why am I talking about it? Because it's over. I want to highlight real quick Think Tank. Their Airport Roller Series is on sale with a Black Friday deal. This camera bag is going to last you. I don't want to say forever, because at 80 years from now, somebody's going to write me and say, my camera bag got eaten by a lion. You said it would last forever. But this bag, Dave and Allie, who I work with in McKay Photography Academy, they use those bags, have traveled the world with them for the last 6-7 years, almost nonstop travel, and they work perfectly. They are just so well engineered. So I'll put a link to them down below as well. If you're looking for a camera bag, that's savings right now. It's pretty rare that Think Tank discounts their stuff because it just sells without discounts. And I have my affiliate link there. Use that link and you actually get a free gift along with your purchase. So that will be down there below as well. I'm sure I'm forgetting huge, big things, but I can't think of anything else. The Amazon deals right now, there is a whole category for early Black Friday deals for photo and camera, and really it's a lot of cheap GoPro knockoffs and security cameras, but occasionally a decent tripod will come up. Like right now there's some stuff from Manfrotto and Joby, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Joby. And a lot of these camera deals and discounts that we talked about, they're available on Amazon as well, but Amazon just doesn't quite throw in as many as the goodies as B&H does. But again, if you go to photorec.tv/BF2018, Black Friday 2018, that will get you to all of these current deals and links that I've been talking about. And again, just a quick moment and word of thanks to you all for making this possible. What you do, watching these videos, buying through my links, that is a significant part of my yearly income that goes into creating reviews and generating content for this channel. And I'm just really thankful that you take the time to watch and comment and let me know what you're looking for this Black Friday. And I just want to mention, right, I'm wearing the McKay Photography Academy shirt. David is running a Black Friday deal as well. This is incredibly rare. If you look at the list of 2019 trips, they're all sold out with a couple exceptions of 1 or 2 spots here or there. And the reason is because people love these trips and they're priced really, really fairly. But David runs every Black Friday around the holiday season. It's a little bit longer than that. A limited time discount where you can actually buy credits and earn a huge discount off future trips. Gear on the table in 5 years, will any of this be important to me? It won't. But the trips that you go on, the memories that you make, the experiences, the education that you get on these trips, and honestly, I'm not just talking, if you're on the fence between going on a trip this year, next year with Christmas money or holiday money, or buying a new piece of gear, take the trip with whoever, on your own, buy a plane ticket with McKay Photography Academy. That experience lasts you your whole life. And the last thing that I wanted to mention, how long am I talking for? 20 minutes, I'm so sorry. I want your favorite picture from 2018, the favoriteest picture that you created in 2018. Pick it, one, just one. Rename it your first name and last name. Look for the link down below that gives you some more guidelines. I like to publish this out at 4K, so make sure it's at least 4K ready. And I will put together a slideshow of your pictures and play it towards the end of the year. One of my very favorite things that I get to do here at Photorec TV. It takes me quite a while to go through all of your pictures and get them in there. I'll include all of the pictures that seem like a legitimate submission and of course have followed the rules, are big enough, named correctly, etc., etc. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Have some tofurkey for me. And again, in the comments, let me know what you hope to score over these next couple of holiday shopping days. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.